Hey guys, Musketeer here, back with another video, and today we're back at it again on Clash Mini. Now, today was the release of the Clashmas update, which brought us 2 new minis, a new champion, and some cool skins, cool challenges, a friend system. I'm going to be doing multiple videos covering various features, such as the friend system is one video, the skins is one video even, and the minis is another video, and that is this one. So today we got the Prince, the Musketeer, and then the Royal Champion. So for starters, I'll go through each one of them, explain them, and then I'll do a match playing with them. One thing to keep in mind, however, for the gameplay is I'll probably lose and they probably won't perform too well, but that's mainly because they're all level 1. I don't have star upgrades on any of them, and the Royal Champion is also a level 1 hero. So, for starters, we've got the Musketeer. You've probably seen the Musketeer if you've been keeping up to date. And this is actually one of the ones that I saw in that video that I made a couple weeks back, where I was saying who could be coming to the game. And Musketeer and Prince were ones that I thought were definitely coming. And alas, they did. So, Musketeer is a 3 elixir ranged unit that can push back and deal damage to enemies with the snipe ability, which is a charge up one. That's what super means. So basically, as she deals damage and takes damage throughout the match, she has the chance to do this stun pushback round. And let me tell you, I thought the Musketeer was going to be a very generic mini that didn't see much play, but from the 2 or 3 rounds I've played with her, I think she's going to be pretty overpowered, if I'm being honest. That pushback round has helped me kill quite a few level 4 to 6 countesses just on her own, so she seems really good. And then for her upgrades, you can have an extra 2.5 seconds on the stun, which is immense. That's going to leave them out of it for a long time. Don't know why it keeps doing that. Then we have the Humble Boast, which is what happens after she takes out an enemy mini. She will heal herself, which may sound really good. However, I think you'll find yourself a lot of the time only getting 1 or 2 upgrades on your 3 elixir minis. And the fact that another mini might get the knockout instead of Musketeer means I wouldn't recommend going for this. If you're going in order and you have all 3 upgrades available, I'd recommend going for 2 for 1, which allows her to hit 2 targets at once, which also means that her super charges really fast, which means she can do mega stuns all the time. So the Musketeer looks really promising for a strong unit. And then up at 4 elixir, we've not got any 5 elixir cards yet, which I reckon they'll happen, I just don't know what they'll be. We have the Prince. The Prince has a clash ability where at the beginning of the match, he charges forward, and whoever he hits, he'll push them all the way to the back of the map. Which you might think, well, that's a bit useless, because he only hits 1 unit and stops after he hits that unit. However, if he misses, he acts like a miner, which is pretty good. But if he hits them, they're going to be putting something like a skeleton guard, a knight, or a skeleton giant at the front, which they want you to hit. But now it's at the back, their units like the Electro Wizard, their Magic Archer, they're all ready to be picked off quite easily before you get to the tanks, meaning that the tanks are out of position and you break the formation. Also, challenge coins have been removed in this update, and they've been turned into a currency called crystal coins, which I believe you get if you upgrade minis that are already maxed out. And the Prince has this skin, the Fabulous Prince, which also turns his horse into a unicorn, which looks pretty cool. Now, I did hear ages ago, I don't know if this is still the case, but apparently star upgrades will reset every season. Now, if this is still the case, I wouldn't recommend spending your coins on minis. I'd recommend saving it for upgrading your heroes. Okay, so let's look at the 3-star upgrades the Prince can possess. His charge does an extra 5 damage, which is a lot of damage. That puts it up to about 6 or 7, I believe. Yeah, I think that puts it on 7, which is a very heavy hit, and it can take a unit all the way out. If they understand that you're using Prince and they leave maybe their range unit exposed a bit more, that's that unit completely gone. Star upgrade 2 is Excitement. After defeating an enemy, he'll get a 6-second speed bonus, which means he's going to be taking out units left, right, and centre. And my favourite, and the one I really want to get, is the True Friend. When he's been defeated, the pony stays around and fights, and from what I've seen, the pony knocks back enemies on every attack, even though it only does 1 damage. That knockback is key, and it just means that it's a bit of a more annoying mini, as it stays on the board, and with 10 health, staying around after that means he's pretty tanky. Finally, we do have the Royal Champion. Now, the Royal Champion, I'm not sure if it's broken, but it never seems to work for me. We have this bouncing shield, where as the super, as it's charged up throughout the match, they throw a shield that deals 4 damage, stuns the enemy, and then what it should do is bounce to another target that's also nearby. And if you take out an enemy, you get full energy. Now, I get the throw, I get the 4 damage, I get the stun, and I get the energy on KO. But even if both of the units are next to each other and in front of her, the shield never seems to hit multiple targets. She does get the extra throw though. So even if this unit is broken, it's still pretty good. And also it's level 1 and I have been beating level 6 Countess players. So I'm going to play a match and hopefully I'll be able to get these cards into my hand so you can see them in action. Lovely. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to play a bit defensively, just so I can get the double skeleton giant, and I'm going to keep the musketeer safe because I really want that stun shot. So here we go, here's going to be some skeleton giant bomb damage going on here. Boom. Oh, and another. Boom. Okay, so as you could see, that was pretty good. I mean, to be honest, the skeleton giant did put in a lot of work, but the musketeer's stun shot did a lot of damage and kept the barbarian king away. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to get the prince on the mirror tile, so we can have 2 princes charging down the field. And I'm going to protect the musketeer with a skeleton guard. Okay, so this barbarian's going to take a hit, and then there's 2 princes. That mirrored prince is ready to take out the barbarian that got hit, and the other one was able to break up the formation a bit. Unfortunately, it looks like musketeer is going to die. Yeah, unfortunately so. However, I think if my units had better levels, like my Royal Champion, we could have had a better chance there. Okay, so this is a better placement. Now, what would usually happen, I think, is the clone would go on the left, but because I blocked that left tile with the Royal Champion, both clones will go on, well, the clone will go on the right. I also want to get an increase on the bomb's range and then put it near their mirror tile. So if they utilize it, that bomb's going to be deadly. Boom, I pushed the Barbarian King and their Tanky Knight away, which is great. Unfortunately, their Dark Goblins both managed to survive, which is not good. Okay, so Battle Healer just got bombed and stunned from Musketeer. And now it's a 3-on-1. Musketeer stunned them again. And there we go, Royal Champion and Musketeer, the 2 new units in play, putting in work. Okay. I want that extra stun duration, and I want it to become a super, actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play like this. I want the princes again. Even if they only hit a barbarian and then have one in the back, they're still useful. Okay, so they changed up their formation to try and stop me from winning. This may work. So far, it's looking as if I'm going to lose horribly. Yeah. It wasn't quite so bad in the end. Musketeer just missed out on getting the stun shot, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. And now it's time for match point. So I'm going to put Prince there, Bowler there, try and cover as many lanes as possible. Keep Royal Champion safe, keep Musketeer safe, and get that extra bomb damage. And let's try and make the Skeleton Guard a bit more offensive. Unfortunately, my Skeleton Guard is not really able to perform as well as he can, because I don't have the 3rd star level, which is the best. But I do need to play him for a challenge. Okay, this match is looking pretty close so far. All the targets have been buffed, but here goes the bomb. Nice, there we go. Royal Champion and Musketeer putting in some work once more, leading to a 3-2 victory against a Barbarian King, which, if you don't know, Barbarian King just got a buff this update, so he is actually better than before. Here we go. That completed a challenge for me. Also, if I play 6 jewels, you can get a Musketeer. If you advance on the Adventure Road 3 times, you can get the Royal Champion, and if you play 3 Rumbles, you get the Prince. So these new characters are very free-to-play friendly. You'll easily get them. And if you carry on with these challenges, you can get yourself a nice little Spear Goblin skin. Also, I had this glitch where it wouldn't let me get my Barbarian King or Archer Queen challenges, and here they are again, so that's awesome. It means I can actually get the challenges that were scammed out of me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I'll be doing more covering various systems, currencies, skins and whatnot. But that was today's video on the new units. Overall, I think the Musketeer will be played a lot in Archer Queen and Shield Maiden decks. The Prince could see some play. I don't think many people will play him unless they have that pony ability, because I still feel the Bowler, because we have the Clash ability units, Spear Goblin, Bowler and Prince, that are all kind of the same, doing that big attack at the beginning. I still feel the Bowler is the best of the 3, and he costs less, but the Prince has higher potential of being a mega tank. So maybe in decks that require tanks, again, such as Archer Queen, this could be pretty good. Or it seems to work pretty well with a Royal Champion. And the Royal Champion, I don't know, it seems quite a generic, basic hero. But basic doesn't mean bad. I think it's a great character. And honestly, I don't think you can really go wrong. I think you can put pretty much any troop with this Royal Champion, and it'll probably work quite well. So if you want more in-depth reviews on any of the specific units, or if you want some deck profile videos, let me know in the comments. Or if there's anything you want me to cover, let me know, and I'll do so. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.